In April 2026, the flashing lights of Dubai police illuminated a luxury skyscraper, signaling the end of a decade-long manhunt. Daniel Kinahan, a man who seemed entirely immune to international law, was finally in handcuffs. For years, Kinahan sat at the apex of the Kinahan Organized Crime Group, a sprawling syndicate with an estimated net worth of over 1 billion euros. This was a true super cartel. His freedom relied on a specific geopolitical loophole. By operating his massive empire from a fortress of luxury in the United Arab Emirates, he was completely shielded. Ireland and the UAE had no extradition treaty. He had long outgrown his street-level origins. Kinahan was operating as the Untouchable CEO of a global shadow economy, managing a sprawling organization far beyond the reach of European authorities. To understand how he got there, we have to look back to the 1990s. Daniel inherited a ruthless inner-city Dublin street gang built by his father, Christie. Daniel scaled the operation, forging alliances with the Italian Camorra, the Moroccan Mafia, and South American suppliers. Their network is staggering. Authorities estimate they imported 23 billion euros of cocaine into Europe, laundering profits through UAE shell companies. Managing a massive illicit supply chain requires total anonymity. Drawing attention is bad for business, and Kinahan was about to violently break that rule. The first mistake was a spectacularly public display of violence. In 2016, armed men stormed the Regency Hotel in Dublin. It triggered a bloody feud with the rival Hutch gang that left 19 people dead in the streets. That level of public bloodshed forced the Irish Gardaí to escalate their response. Dismantling the Kinahan cartel became a national priority. The second mistake was hubris. In an attempt to sportswash his reputation, Kinahan founded MTK Global and stepped directly into the spotlight of international boxing. His influence reached the peak of the sport. In 2020, heavyweight champion Tyson Fury released a video publicly thanking Kinahan for brokering a massive two-fight deal. By flaunting his wealth on the global sports stage, Kinahan forced international governments to pay attention. His demand for the spotlight built the exact coalition that would take him down. The Gardaí teamed up with the UK's National Crime Agency, the FBI, and the DEA to pool their intelligence on the cartel's global operations. Recognizing they couldn't immediately pull him out of Dubai, the agencies shifted their strategy. If they couldn't arrest him, they would starve him. In April 2022, the United States Department of the Treasury delivered a devastating blow. They placed the Kinahan family under intense OFAC sanctions and offered a $15 million bounty for their capture. This legally poisoned Kinahan's entire financial network. United States entities were barred from doing business with him, which forced MTK Global to fold. Shortly after, the UAE froze his personal and corporate bank accounts. The financial kill shot worked perfectly. Practically overnight, the billionaire power broker was stripped of his resources, transforming him into an isolated fugitive with nowhere to hide his money. The suffocating diplomatic and financial pressure eventually broke the stalemate. To close the final loophole, Ireland signed a historic extradition treaty with the UAE. The checkmate came in April 2026. UAE authorities flipped on their infamous resident, arresting Daniel Kinahan and preparing him to face justice. The instant decapitation of this multi-billion euro empire sent massive shockwaves and immediate panic rippling throughout the entire European criminal underworld. This multi-agency dragnet proved a new reality for modern law enforcement. With coordinated financial sanctions and international cooperation, no crime boss is immune to consequences. But while the Kinahans have fallen, Europe's massive demand for cocaine hasn't dropped a single percentage point. The sudden destruction of the organization leaves a 23 billion euro power vacuum. Rival cartels and shadowy syndicates are already rushing to claim those established shipping routes. International agencies have perfected the art of destroying an empire, yet the sheer scale of the global drug trade guarantees that a new one is already rising in the dark to take its place.